Well, I'm sorry to say, but it looks like we're going to jail.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's has there ever been a prison stage in a Mega Man game?
There have been abandoned prisons, that we've gone to, but that's for like Mega Man X and Mega Man Zero.
This must be the main prison building.
So
Dr.
for
will
oh well
be
X.
deeper
I guess
inside.
X is Zero like would that count as main series?
Yeah, it does.
To access the maximum security wing, Doctor.
Okay, so yeah, I guess there has been main series. So what made them decide? I guess Mega Man and Mega Man X have different playstyles. Because I was gonna say, can you play as anyone or just Roll and Carl?
You mean Beck and Call?
Yes.
No, just these two, and technically apart from challenge modes, I think that I haven't tried out. This is the only time you control Call.
Right.
And of course, for story reasons, she is a standard robot, so she's kind of worse than Beck is at like everything. Well, almost everything.
I kind of feel we should be past this.
What do you mean?
Like the useless sidekick character. It's I
Well,
don't
in
know.
this case, I don't think it's more so much that. More so that just like they were going for the fact that they couldn't make her like Beck for story reasons, specifically. But to translate
Yeah,
for
but
the
that's
gameplay, it's
that's like Thermian argument stuff. Like the character's useless for story reasons, but the story was designed that way, so it's not really an excuse.
yeah, but that's what I was getting to that. Even so, the gameplay that she has, if she was like more stealth, just like I guess this is technically slightly more of a stealth kind of thing, but she's not specialized. Though they do make a call out as to why she has weapons to begin with, when it doesn't seem to make sense for what she was built for.
Doctor, a question.
Like right now, except that we never get anywhere with that because they don't explain it for right now but they're leading to
That's
something,
lame.
and they're clearly expecting a sequel.
Clearly, maybe she was gonna be fully playable in the sequel.
Yep. So in midst of that, the problem is that this is supposed to be like, oh, we'll take away your powers and see how you deal with that. Except you still need to make it engaging and fun, and it's not. So I mean,
It's like Sonic. Well, I guess Sonic never really had the useless sidekick girl, since the useless sidekick was Tails and he was OP.
yep. There's also the fact that, well, apart from Amy doing more of nothing lately, she always could.
That's like everyone.
And Tails also doing more of nothing lately.
As I was about to say, that doesn't really count in Sonic's case, because you're just making everyone do nothing, not just the girl
Except
characters.
Knuckles, they put him in charge of an entire army.
Which is a weird choice.
Weird, more like
Even
stupid. The IDW comics had to basically like do some finagling to make that seem to even make an iota of sense.
Did, did they actually work with that? So they did the Sonic Forces story?
No, the IDW comics take place after Sonic Forces. So
That's rough.
basically they played it.
So this is the new canon.
Well, this is the new comic canon, yes.
Okay.
So basically it's like this. They Knuckles was more the face of the resistance. Just like, not exactly like a puppet leader or whatever, but just, yeah, technically he was the face, you know, because he was one of Sonic's best friends, one of the most powerful Mobians on the planet. and just like he could rally people together, which is what they attempted to show him doing during that surprise army cutscene at the end of Forces, which was stupid. But then there's also the fact that Amy did handle most of the work, the administrative work, which technically still also makes no sense, but they had to finagle their way through that too. And so Knuckles, after just like once the Resistance is technically put back in commission, he just after they deal with Neo Metal Sonic, they Knuckles just like yeah, disband the Resistance or whatever, and Amy's like, oh, of course you would, and Amy just takes care of the paperwork to do so afterwards.
That makes sense.
Yeah, again, they still make it so that Amy doing the paperwork is something she could handle, but is not the natural thing that she is supposed to do. She did it because she needed to. And they explained that to him like, yes, that's great. Still makes me mad in Forces that they just put her in that role because they literally couldn't think of her to do anything else. Except that Vector and the Chaotix would have been better choices. Like, they're right there.
It's like they have Sonic ID, not ID. Sonic has so many characters, and they just no longer know how to deal with the fact that Sonic has so many characters.
Well, somebody made a Sonic character chart of how everybody's new characterization is compared to how they used to be. And it is really telling, because I kind of agree with it almost completely. And it's just really sad on that front, considering there's so much potential that the comics have always explored. So, the thing is, though, is that with all the characters and such going on, with all the events that are going on even right now, after that huge Metal Virus arc, which was, even with the mandates that they had to work with, which was stupid, still like the...
Yeah, that thing like Sonic can't cry or something? He can't show emotions?
He can't express amounts of weakness, which includes crying. So they made it go as close as possible to that.
What I don't get is you're not Mickey Mouse. You're not the face of a gigantic conglomerate. Why it's so weird? Like, this might sound harsh, like a no-name like Sonic having such stipulations, like Mario, except for Paper Mario, which also no names like Paper Mario. Where are you having such harsh stipulations?
So first off, you're making a lot of enemies right now.
No, what I'm saying that Paper Mario is a spin-off, but it seems to have stricter, and maybe we're just not following the Paper Mario news, where it seems to have stricter restrictions as to what they're able to do with their games than even main Mario. Like main Mario Odyssey can do whatever it wants. It can put Mario in a big city, and then Paper Mario is like, you can't name the characters. In Paper Mario, you're not allowed to give characters names. And it's like, why Paper Mario? Why Sonic?
Well, here's the thing. The Paper Mario thing is, and that's almost like Universal, more of a director kind of thing. While the Sonic thing, I think, is more executive.
Well, that's the thing. No one really knows for sure where...
Actually, the Paper Mario one has more evidence for it being the director. It has more actual solid evidence because they have said stuff.
But even with the director, he almost sounds like he's being told this. So I'm not really sure exactly where, but it's definitely a hair.
You remember what Miyamoto said when he was making Sticker Star?
No, yeah, but I don't know if Miyamoto's, because these seem like very specific stipulations that I don't know if it's really. I can't. And I guess I'm not following it enough because I'm not a big Paper Mario person, so
which is a
that
shame.
looks cool.
Um,
So I can't really say for sure where this is all coming from.
yeah, but for Sonic it makes less sense, considering he's
yeah, it
built
makes.
around attitude.
Well, I'd say it makes less. Well, I'd say because Sonic at least is the main character in this main canon. It's weird that of everything to get such strict stipulations, it's Paper Mario. Like a spin-off is supposed to be the thing where you act weird, and the main games are the thing where you need to play it safe.
Well,
so
remember-
it's very weird.
Except remember what Sonic is, the character of Sonic is built around, specifically. It's like, here's the thing, when they made Ratchet,
They probably say attitude, and then they're like, he has to always be cool. He can't show weakness. I
Yeah.
get that it's dumb, but I get it.
but that the thing is though is that it's like what they did with Ratchet. In the new in the Ratchet reboot game, they made him generic. Oh, I have dreams of being a hero and whatever, and stuff. And everyone's like, no, that's not. It's not what this was about. He had like, well, not explicit. Well, I guess he did count as an anti-hero for the most of the first game, but it's like in that case, it's like he had a whole bunch of sarcastic tendencies. He wasn't best friends with Clank until way later, but they just made him generic on that front. And it's like, think about it. It's like they don't even get how this is supposed to work in a way, because they can make the whole thing where they're like, remember that stupid speech where Sonic is like, the real powers are friendship, love, and whatever, when he's talking to Infinite? Just like, under any circumstances, just normally considering his character, even in the context of the cheesiest game, Sonic Heroes, he never goes that far. Just like the most out of that is just like, okay, everybody, let's show them the real superpower of teamwork, which is still very cheesy and stupid. Just like, oh my god. But it's not like he constantly. It's not like that's a thing he says. That was just a weird line, and I'm sure like the translation was even something else. But like, it still was just an outlier. But they're making it more generic. I'm a hero. I just have a little bit of a free spot, and I'm kind of sarcastic. It's like, that's not how this works. As somebody who's seen his character through multiple iterations, we're deviating so far at this point that it's like they're just seeing parts of Sonic games and just like, oh, he does this, oh, he does this, and then just like they mash it all together, and then they think of the mandates to what to erase afterwards.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's so weird how I don't know if it's like all companies are just getting more generic with how they present stuff.
Hello, Dr. Blackwell.
Yeah, well, I'd say that there's a shift in understanding for what people want, maybe, or at least in how the or the visions of executives trying to compete with one another. I mean,
Robots, the clashes, the chaos.
Yeah. Hey, it's Rick Sanchez.
yeah, except him being in prison actually stayed this time.
Okay, maybe not Rick. I'm trying. That doesn't really affect Rick Sanchez.
I mean, I was just
Dr.
going along
Two
with
Brains. I'm trying to think. That looks like a scientist character. Maybe Dr. Two Brains.
you. Okay then.
'Cause, yeah, I've been watching Word Girl recently.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
just-
You say
just
recently instead of
any-
all the time.
Well, no, not really, because I don't really know where to find the episodes.
Also, I really hate how they try to give him a quirk of, oh, I say I just like go with the what's not. It's not expletives, exclamations with food, and it's just like that's not. I mean, you can have that, but It's not. It sounds so unnatural. And the last one, right, that they're going to make right now, um, is so dumb. Like, did the person reading this? There it is, right there.
Oh, peas and carrot.
There we go. It's just
That's funny.
why? Why would you think that was just like, oh boy, what a quirky line?
Dr. Blackwell wasn't around to stop you this time. Yet you're scapegoating him again.
We are talking about a lot of failures of the administrative staff of games today.
Always money.
No, this isn't my fault. Her warning label didn't mention all this. I mean, not specifically. I blame her creators. I blame
The worst part of this is that warning label thing was actually kind of cool. Not cool, just like kind of funny. And then they play in the whole he puts the blame on Blackwell so much, and then it puts him in the character of he places the blame on everyone but himself. Like, yeah, that gets it, but how you wrote it at that point where you just blasted it all at once in a weird voice direction too. It's like you ruined it. You ruined any potential humor there.
Because it's just rushed.
I'm not Bill Blackwell. And I haven't been for a long time.
Oh no, dramatic reveal. With all the drama and the dramatic and who even I mean, technically in a better story it would have been good for this, which could also lead to something in the sequel, but we've already talked about how that's not going well. So what the hell ever.